back to LaserPenguinGames. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Universal Law Psychic Assassin on Diablo 2 Media XL Sigma. And this is going to be the first actual full set build I'm going to be doing in Media XL. I've definitely noticed most of the sets are pretty weak, but it looks like this one might actually be a winner. So let's get into the skills first we're going to be using. Although one of the skills is going to come from our set. We'll take a look at that one last. Okay. So in our reward skills here, we're going to be maxing out Prismatic Cloak. And then we're going to come back to these other skills at the bottom after. The first three trees, Cloth, Throwing, and Naginata, we're not going to touch any of them. And then for the Martial tree here, we're going to put one in each down to Perfect Being and max Perfect Being out. In the Psionic tree, we're going to max out Shuriken Flurry, one in Psionic Storm, one in Psionic Scream, one in Singularity. We're going to max out Doom, and then Tiefling form is a buff we're going to be using. So this one's going to give you +1 all skills for every extra 7 base levels. So you see here I have it at 21. So depending on your level, you'll be able to put it up to, maybe, like, if I level up a few more times, I'll see it want to go up to 28 at some point with my skills there. But for now, I'm just left at 21. There's no point in really putting extra. You are going to get a little bit of dexterity bonus, which is actually going to help our block. But other than that, it's really kind of a, if you have the extra points, they kind of go here, and you'll see after why you want the extra skills, basically. But they're not, like, this skill is not super important. Also, get all your points and all your other skills first, and then this is kind of a bonus on top of that. You'll get some extra stamina and stamina, dex, and skills. And then after, you'll have a few points left over, and then you're going to come choose a reward skill at the bottom here. So I went with Beacon. It's going to give you basically a movement speed buff, and then just like a random nuke. And you're going to hear it when I'm using it. So if this annoys you, because you're going to hear nuclear launch detected like all the time, if this annoys you, don't pick this skill. You're fine to take if you just want to take Lightning Absorb, if that's what you really want to, or if you want to screw around with people, choose Phase Bomb and then get a bunch of people killed. That's fine too. But yeah, just your rating points can go anywhere down here. But honestly, the movement speed is probably the best thing you can get here, because we're going to be basically running and gunning with this anyway. All right. So after the skills, those skills, we're going to look at the items here, and we're going to take a look at our set first, because this is where we're going to get actual Orb of Annihilation, which I ended up trying on Amazon in a previous video, and it was a complete failure. And I think the Necromancers can get it as well. So there's only those, I think those are the only 3 classes that have access to this ability skill. But it's going to be actually our main move, one of our main 2 moves in this build, and it's actually going to do a lot of damage now that we're actually spec'd and built completely around energy. So we'll take a look at the set pieces first here. So the full set you're going to be looking at is going to be gloves, which also for the most part, I'm going to be adding just with the orbs. We don't care about defense in this set build at all. So don't add any defense on anything, because when we use Tiefling form, our defense is going to be 0 no matter what. So do not worry about any of your defenses at all. Okay, so we got the gloves, we got the armor here. Again, these are, I got lucky on both my gloves and my armor and rolled extra physical resist with the potion there. And then I'm pretty much just putting in runes in most of my gear, except the shield. The shield is going to have a really high dexterity, so it's actually going to hurt you more to put runes in it and waste your stat points. So you're actually going to want to put like minus requirement jewels I only have 2 in here right now, but I should because of my my helm. But if you can get them both down between your helm and your shield to way less, then it's actually going to give you more stats in the long run than it is to fill it up with runes. Also, you probably want cast jewels if you can make them with cast speed. Mine are not. I just kind of threw in the requirement jewels I had around, so I have minus 20 requirements in here. And then I added other stats as well. But again, too, if you want to, you can use the orbs to when you're high enough level, which I probably should have done. I should have just used some more orbs to minus requirements that way, and then you can actually still fill it with runes. So either way you want to do it, your stats are probably going to even out, but yeah, it'd be a bit better to use the orbs. Then you got the weapon as well, which I added all cast. So this is the only item besides the shield there that I have jewels in. So everything else has runes. This has just a pile of cast speed. So I'm going to be trying to increase my cast speed in the weapon and shield basically, and then from a few charms, and the rest I'm going to just fill up with runes. I'm using a crafted belt, crafted boots, and a crafted helm, which is going to be a tiara or a diadem. Mine's only 2 skills. I think you can get up to 3 plus $3 skills. And also I'm using eerie shrines to craft everything and bless everything with eerie shrines to just get a pile more energy on all my items and energy percentage, because that's what we're going to be doing here, is just trying to, you can see here, 6,500 energy. And then the rest of the stats I kind of just put in the minimal to wear the gear. The dexterity went up a bit after because the shield gives an extra bonus to it. And then vitality is not very high. I only have 7,500 life, but I mean, this is going to be just a damage avoidance build again. So you can put your vitality up a bit more, but it's going to cost you in damage. But I think eventually I would want to get a bit more HP for sure. And that's pretty much it for that. I mean, I think I added mostly just with the Mystic Orbs energy, and then a bit of vitality and resist. Make sure I maxed out all my resists. And then for rings, we're using Empyrean bands, which are craftable rings with arcane crystals. So I failed my lucky on both of them because you can use a Spirit Trance Herb and just keep farming that charm over and over again to try to roll an extra +1 all skills on a ring. So I failed on both. But if you can get that, obviously it's really good. Also, we're adding regenerate mana on these rings, and then using the rest physical damage reduction, and then just filling out the rest with the resists we need to max out. I'm using Witch Moon, which I also kind of failed my upgrade on, so that can be a +4 all skills amulet. And this is going to give us up to 40% more max mana, which is a lot, and it's really good. If you can't find a Witch Moon, you can use a Taganze Pendant, which is a lot easier to craft and get. So that'll be a lot easier if you can't find that amulet. In my offhand weapon, I'm using another Shamanka with +15 Bloodlust. It's just going to increase our magic physical spell damage by another 21%. And then physical damage off the flurry might receive that as well, but I'm only really worried about the magic part. If you can't find this staff, obviously, since you're an assassin, you get the bonus of being able to roll Bloodlust on your claws, so you can have 2 offhand claws with Bloodlust on them, and you can get your Bloodlust that way. So there's really, most of the gear in this build is very easy to access, besides also collecting the whole set, which you really farm in K3K. Alright, let's go ahead and show off how this build works. But it's definitely very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and buff up I'm gonna enter. I'm already in tiefling form, and then I'm gonna add the beacon, and then basically all I'm gonna be doing is cursing with doom, and then I can flip it back to shuriken fury. Flurry. And then on my left side here, I got Orb of Annihilation, level 75, and this thing is gonna do some disgusting damage now that we have about 43,000 mana. We can cast 4 or 5 of these things before, and then with the rest of the mana you can start spamming Shuriken Flurry. So you'll see what happens here. So I mean the curse, I don't think I'm gonna really need it, but also it's gonna minus resistances of my enemies. It's really good for bosses. You'll see here if I spam a bunch of these orbs here, and they're just gonna explode. So you can. The good thing is we're really fast, and we can just basically spam the orbs and run, and then the enemies will follow you right into them. So actually, I tested this one out because I was like, hey, this one's pretty good. This build's looking pretty good. So I went to fight some of the 120 Ubers, and I actually took down all of them with this build. So yeah, it's a good one. It's definitely. Also, you can get unluckily killed since all your damage reduction is based on your avoidance and blocking. So sometimes you can fail, and then you just you die quick. But for the most part, you can take most of the hits and heal up. You can see here I'm just kind of spamming like in the other direction too. So I just throw it and then run at the orb, and then they chase me and get blasted. And I haven't had too many problems with like the mana either, which I thought I would. I thought I might have to use some of the spiritual shrines to get more mana regeneration, but I didn't really. It seems to regenerate quite a lot, even though all I have is the regeneration on my amulet and rings. Bolt Quiver. I can't pick it up because I have too much trash. I bet you it's a low level scout. Yeah. Level 5. If you want for this one, I might actually. Here, I'll go show you the how effective it is. I mean, I guess it's because I have the high resist now too. But we're gonna go do a little bonus fight here. Just to see how much damage. Let's go take on the Visionary Temple. That's Quabsin. I think my Merc's dead already, but he can't really survive in here. So this fight becomes pretty. I gotta curse him. Get over here and get cursed. I definitely struggled. Oh, what? See, that's what happened there too. Like you'll see, if you don't get your damage avoidance, you can just explode. I was trying to set up the curse first. Buff here, guys. Guys, I'm a little busy. Alright. He likes to run away, but since my orbs just follow him, he's just teleporting around for nothing really, because your orbs will just keep firing. Like, so he's basically getting himself double damaged by the orbs by teleporting away from them. And most bosses, you can actually just basically spam your orb and then run away. Also, I can't pick that up right now. Maybe I'll bring in another character after to get it. But yeah, definitely enjoying this build a lot. I'm glad I finally tried a set, even though I was pretty scared after a few other tries. But thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next one.
Nuclear launch detected.
Hello everyone who made it to the end of the video. This is LaserPenguinGames, reminding you to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps out. And if you're looking for even more content, check out my Patreon here, where I post exclusive video content every month, and you'll have access to all of that.